Pyrocynical, a guy that I've watched for years. Now, if you've been on the internet at the moment, you may know that Pyrocynical is the subject of quite an interesting investigation at the moment. This investigation regards chunky dragons, relations with a minor, and farting? Now, before we get into this video, I just want to make a bit of a preface. This isn't an accusation or defense video. Yeah, I am going to provide a brief summary of events for context, but I'm not going to say whether Ivory or Pyro are in the wrong. I'm going to try to remain neutral throughout the video. Since my summary of the whole controversy is going to be very brief, I heavily recommend that you watch this video by Turkey Tom or do your own research about it, because if I was going to go into the entire situation in depth, we'd be here for like 10 years. And also, people have just done it a lot better than me. With that being said though, let's talk about why Pyrocynicals' career may be in jeopardy. An individual called Ivory came out on Twitter the other day, accusing Pyrocynical of grooming. Twitter was skeptical. I mean, many doubted Ivory's claims as the evidence, in their opinion, just wasn't good enough. A debate pursued. Is Pyrocynical a nonce? Or is this another Slazzo situation? This led Pyro to address the situation on Reddit. After this, many viewed this as a confirmation that Pyro was innocent, and that Ivory is just a clout chaser. Everything seemed to be fine for Pyro, but this may not be the case. Some people still have their doubts. And as I said in the intro, I heavily recommend that you watch Turkey Tom's video or do your own research. This will heavily help you gain a further understanding of this whole issue. There we go. That's my very brief summary of the Pyrocynical situation. So I think it's time to discuss the main topic of this video. So why is Pyro's career potentially in jeopardy? I mean, it's quite a bold claim. Pyrocynical is a massive YouTuber, but this controversy, it's not just a small one, it's quite bloody ginormous. The reason why his career might be in jeopardy is because he is yet to, in my opinion, address the situation properly. What do I mean when I say this? When Pyro first addressed the allegations, you would think that he would do it on his channel for his larger audience to see, right? This didn't happen. He did it on his Reddit. Now, yes, this Reddit does have a lot of people in it, but you would think that an accusation of this magnitude would garner a response on your channel. If we compare his sub count to the amount of people on his Reddit, we can see that his Reddit consists of around 7 to 8% of its overall audience. This may create a situation where some people may not even know about what's going on, or that people may be completely biased with Pyrocynical because they've only heard his side of the story and they haven't looked at any other evidence. I'll touch on this a bit more later. Once again, I'd like to say that I'm viewing this from a neutral stance, but let's say that Pyro is guilty for the sake of my next point. This Reddit post may be his way of trying to cover it up. If somebody wanted to cover something up, of course they would say that the entire situation is false, and this is the reasoning behind many people's doubts about Pyrocynical. If he wanted to negatively portray himself as innocent, he would say that everything about the situation is false. Back to my original point, the audience thing. If Pyrocynical really wanted to clear the air on this entire situation, why would he post an explanation on a platform only viewed by 7 to 8% of his audience? I understand that you may want to put something out as quickly as possible to address a situation, but this is usually a precursor to a larger video, and in this video, you state your case. You go into more depth about why you, as an individual, are innocent and why the other person is in the wrong. Ever since he posted his explanation, there's been more and more evidence coming out that can be deemed as damning. So if there was new potentially damning evidence coming out about you, and there was potential that lots of your audience doesn't even know the full context, surely you would post an in-depth video about why you are in fact innocent. We also have to keep in mind that the statement Pyro's career is in jeopardy isn't inherently related to him being guilty. What if he's innocent? But the court of public opinion rules him as guilty because there seems to be more damning evidence against him. If he doesn't address this, it can actually raise suspicion against him. Even if he's innocent, this type of stuff has to be addressed properly. Even if you're not at fault, this suspicion will lead to questioning. What's he got to hide? Why hasn't he addressed it? Why is he uploading videos like everything's normal? Let's compare the Pyro situation to a somewhat similar situation. The whole Mini Lad thing. A lot of people are mad for Mini for simply not addressing the situation properly. So here are people getting mad at somebody for not addressing a specific situation properly, defending somebody who has arguably not addressed the situation properly. Mini Lad first addressed the entire thing on his Twitter, where the majority of his audience may not see it. I mean, it sounds kinda similar. This is one of the main reasons why Mini Lad is in the current state that he's in. He made a half-assed explanation and then carried on like normal. Pyro's career may be in jeopardy, and he isn't really doing anything to help that. It is of my view that he needs to address it in a video and either refute the evidence against him or admit that he's at fault for the majority of his audience to see. We've all been demanding Mini Lad to address the situation properly. So why aren't we doing this with Pyro?